Where's Janne? Hey dude,
Oh man,
where are you? We're supposed to be filming.
I'm really sick today. I can't make it. You'll have to do the YouTube thing alone.
Really?
Also, my cat is burning.
Shit.
It put itself on fire, so
get
gotta
better.
go.
I'll fix something.
I'll see you next week.
Yeah, ciao. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Esports Vikings Weekly. My name is Teemu and that's all you're gonna get today. Because Janne is not here. As you can see, it's just me on the couch, so yeah. Anyway, today's topics are quite wide. We're gonna talk about a range of different games and something that's happened quite briefly in sort of a news kind of fashion. So, with no further blah 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 from my side, let's get to it. Last weekend we saw the Counter-Strike tournament played in Dreamhack Malmö, whereby I'd say surprisingly the home team Fnatic bested the French guys Vitality in the final. First of all, Fnatic team is fairly new with their lineup. You know, it was just created, and no one was expecting for them to win this tournament. However, they did that. At the same time, Vitality just got their roster kind of shuffled with the addition of Shox, and Shox has been looking fantastic. Those are the main points from Dreamhack Malmö, I'd say. The win of Fnatic was quite unexpected, but you know, very welcome. And of course, you can think that Fnatic was absolutely stoked about winning on their home soil. Some other good things to mention from the tournament is that Guardian has been looking quite good with Na'Vi. Astralis seems to get back on their form lately, still a bit shaky here and there, but they still finished from the 3rd and 4th place with Na'Vi actually, so that's good for the Danish squad. Liquid, Evil Geniuses and ENCE on the other hand has not been looking as good as you'd expect them to be. All of those teams placing in the bottom of the tournament with ENCE and Liquid on 9th to 12th and Evil Geniuses on the last spots from 13th to 16th. So a lot more could be expected from those three. Now there is actually going to be a break, so you can expect ENCE to get some proper preparations and practice going in with Sunny. And Team Liquid just needs to get their shit together, and for Evil Geniuses, you know, coming back from winning ESL 1 New York and then placing in the bottom in Dreamhack Malmö is unacceptable, and you know, those guys are surely going to do something about that. Last but not least, hard to say anything about G2 at the moment. They did not really impress, nor with their new lineup, it's hard to say at this point what's going to happen. You know, there's been some drama around their acquisitions of their new players, but you know, that's something we see in esports pretty much every other day. So, yeah, nothing interesting on that part. Moving on. A bit over a week ago, we saw the Overwatch League finals. I have to be completely honest, I was not watching them, but I should have after I did the research on what happened in the tournament. San Francisco Shock overcomes pretty much all the possible odds in the world to steal the championship of 2019 of the Overwatch League. On the first round of playoffs, San Francisco Shock lost 3-4 on the first round to Atlanta Reign, and their story seemed to be over at that point. However, that was not the case. After losing to Atlanta, San Francisco Shock went on and beat every single opponent in the losers bracket straight 4-0 to reach the grand final, in which they was 16-0 after losing on the first round of playoffs. And in the finals, they played against Vancouver Titans and they beat them 4-0 again. So San Francisco Shock goes from losing quite tightly on the first round to win 5 series in a row in a dominant fashion. So 20-0 record for the Californian team. So we can do a little applause, because that's something you do not see in any sport, traditional or esports, often in any way. That's absolutely godlike performance from the Northern Californians. So yeah. With that said, I think I need to have some. With that said, I think I have some catching up to do with Overwatch, to be honest. Something that I definitely should check out later on, and I think you should do that too, because it's not every day you see a team winning something in that fashion, to be honest. Moving on, we have the League of Legends World's Pick'em Challenge starting up. It's completely free. All you need to do is have an account on League of Legends, and it's basically for everybody. There's going to be predictions for the group stages, predictions for the playoff bracket, and we'll have our own leaderboard for Esports Vikings followers. There's going to be a link in the description of the video, so you can go and make your free account and do your things for the Pick'em Challenge. And because we're cool, there's going to be a very special prize for the winner. If there's more than one winner, then there's going to be 2 very special prizes and other stuff like that. I'm not going to tell you what the prize is because it's special, just like me. Let that sink in. On top of that, our League of Legends expert, well, we have 2 experts. One of them is going to be here present next week, and that means we're going to be doing some YouTube content about the League of Legends Worlds, which is actually a fantastic thing for me also because, as some of you might know, I'm more of a Counter-Strike and Dota 2 kind of person, and you know, I've kind of started to pick up with the League of Legends hype now with the Worlds coming up, so it's a great possibility for me too to learn more about League of Legends, and I hope you will do that too. Yeah, that's all about League of Legends because that's pretty much all I actually know. So yeah, I'll learn. I promise I'll try my best, and sometimes my best is not enough, but I hope this time it is. That's kind of sad. Feels stupid to be talking alone to the camera, but I'll get there one day maybe. And speaking of MOBA games, speaking of MOBA games, we have this thing called Dota 2 where nothing interesting is really happening except some roster moves. Teams are skipping big tournaments at the moment. No one knows why. Probably the reason is the roster shuffle. If it's not the roster shuffle, then I don't know. You need to go and ask the players. Either way, we have had some more roster shuffles going on. And the first one we could put on the screen here is Virtus Pro has returned to the Dota 2 online multiplayer battle arena battle thing massiveness with the lineup. They have Resolution, No One Solo, and 2 rising pop stars basically. Hard to say at this point what's going to happen with the roster, but it seems like obviously there's a lot of potential and everything, but for the sake of CIS Dota, I just hope they can get their shit together, practice hard, and, you know, grind their way to the top again. Alliance departed with the roster beforehand, and now the old Alliance roster has been signed by Team Liquid. So it didn't take a long time after, what's the name of the guy, the German dude? Kuroki and his boys parted away to start their own roster. So yeah, the old Alliance stack that we saw playing in TI9 is now playing under the Team Liquid wing. I guess that's a good thing for Team Liquid and the Alliance squad. No, all the best for these guys. With that said, Alliance is still in the Dota business, and they have picked up the Fada stack. As we spoke in the previous, or the week before that with Janne, there's a lot of potential. It's most likely not going to be a world top team, but there's a lot of potential, so best of luck to these boys too. Last but not least, the rumors about Sumail are now dusted regarding the OG gibberish in Twitter, because Sumail has now joined Quincy Crew with his brother. Yeah, Sumail is amazing, Javar is pretty good, the 3 others are okay, so we'll see what happens, but that's enough of Dota for today. Moving on the list, game number, I don't know, maybe 5, is Hearthstone Grandmasters Global Finals. I'm gonna read this from the paper because I don't remember how it goes, so I'll put something on the screen so you can watch it while I read. 16 players from each region, North America, Europe and Asia, are chosen by lifetime earnings, competitive points and other criteria, which is unknown, to play in 2 8-week seasons with matches played every Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Top 2 players from each region, plus 2 players from China GSC at the end of the season goes to global finals to fight for $500,000 prize pool. So a lot of money again in Hearthstone, so if you like card games, well, Hearthstone is actually pretty nice to watch. It's also pretty cool to play on your mobile and stuff when you're traveling somewhere. I'm drifting away with my talk once again, but yeah, Hearthstone Grandmaster finals are coming up. And then the last thing on the table is PUBG Global Championship in Los Angeles, Oakland in November. $2 million prize pool. And that's not it, because an additional 25% of the sales from the PGC in-game items are added to the total prize pool. What this actually means is that I think we've only seen crowd-funded prize pools in professional esports in Dota 2 the International. I might be wrong here, but after a quick research that I did earlier today, I didn't find any other. So basically, PUBG is trying what Dota 2 has been doing with the International now with this tournament. Yeah, the distribution is the same 25%, so if you play PUBG and you buy these things during this time which is given, your money will go to the prize pool. So basically, if the PUBG community is or they want to throw money at the game, there's a possibility that this prize pool gets out of hands, which is obviously a good thing for the publicity and the players who are gonna get their share of it. But yeah, that was a lot of talking alone to camera. There isn't really that much to say except like and subscribe! That was quite angry. We will be back next week with actually quite a lot of League of Legends content. We have this social media channel called Twitter. We're using it in 3 languages because we're boss-like. You should follow us on all 3. It doesn't matter if you don't speak Finnish and Swedish, follow them too, just for the sake of following. You need more people that you're following. You should follow more people. Then we have 2 websites, actually 3, but 2 of them are our own. One of them is YouTube, and when you go to www.youtube.com/esportsvikings, you end up here. Not in this couch, but here, you know, on the website that you're on now. Then there's www.esportsvikings.se. That's Sweden. So Esports Vikings Sweden. You can read stuff in Swedish. And then there's esportsvikings.fi, which is Finnish. That's the language I usually speak when I'm not working or, you know, speaking with international people because no one else speaks Finnish but Finns. I'm rambling again, so thank you for watching. I'll see you in a week.